You know, it took basically an entire 15-minute queue for me to get into this game. That is crazy. If you're just a support player trying to live his life, in this game mode, you suffer. There's nothing you can do. So anyway, welcome back to another video. Today we're swapping things up by playing a little bit of Juno. You know, in every single game I tend to really enjoy playing every single role. And that's kind of what I'm doing back on Overwatch 2. You know, it spans across multiple games. Apex, I basically play recon controllers and skirmishers. And then on Rivals, the same thing happens. I play every tank, I play every DPS, I play every support. You know, Overwatch is no exception. And, you know, it's really fun. So today on this build, you know, everyone knows you can just lock in Juno and you can spam every single torpedo and just kill everything on the entire enemy team and do a lot of damage, do a lot of healing. But I think that is incredibly lame. There's like no skill expression, you know. You just do it and it happens. You get value for free just by pressing a button with an auto aim ability. That's not really what I enjoy. So we are embracing a gun Juno because that's much more fun, you know. Who doesn't like a simple gun build? So the main power for this is gonna be Stinger. Just because it's really satisfying just shooting at people and then, you know, hearing like the ding 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 sound. That is really nice. We're later on gonna... This is theory crafting live, by the way. Later on, we are gonna buy a bunch of items that basically synergize with on-cast abilities. Right, there's a bunch of items where it triggers effects after you use an ability. So we're gonna grab the power for the boots, or the shift. Spamming a lot of shift, and then, you know, proccing those items as often as possible. I forgot to boost my team, but it's fine, we have Lucio. So, you know what I saw recently? I saw Flats came out with a video. Right? A video which is basically like the tier list for Stadium that, you know, YouTubers do. Especially people like J3, Emong, Flats. And it seems that the general consensus is that Soldier, you know, my beloved Soldier, he's fallen into C tier, you know, basically the lowest tier character, kind of next to Ash. You know, I get it, right? Early in Stadium release, they kind of nerfed the amount of value that you get just by spamming and abusing the Permavisor build. That was really annoying. I mean, it deserved a nerf, obviously. And recently, in the mid-season, it did a balance patch, but also nerfed the Helix rocket build. So I get it. A lot of easy or good builds come from how easy it is to get value on it. And you know, it's not as easy anymore, so obviously it's a considerably worse pick. It's not like you can just lock in Soldier and delete their entire backline with just one ability. But he's still really good. I completely disagree with the C tier classification. That makes no sense to me. That creature, if you lock it in and you build to destroy tanks, not even a diva, which will literally eat half of your bullets, they can't do anything. It's just impossible. Especially with the amount of oh, my team is cooked over there. But it's fine, they can't really touch. It doesn't seem like fault. Priority is killing Ana over here. She wasted the sleep, so oh my god. I got kind of gapped there. So yeah, it's just a very casual first round. What we're really going for is, like I said, I don't think I made enough money for that to be a thing. Maybe. So what we're really going for is not for burst damage, you know, torpedoes are kind of lame. I really don't like them. We are just gonna be a mosquito. We're gonna fly around, we're gonna annoy people as much as we can. do a lot of chip damage. You know, it's kind of like the basic concept of a life weaver. It's not like your healing is gonna be insane. It's not like your damage is gonna be insane. But it's the fact that you can do both and be really annoying when you want to. That's what really makes this strong. You know, it's definitely not as strong as the press a button and kill everyone build. Duh. But it's still, I think it's much more fun. So this is a really good items for everything, because the power with Stinger scales off AP, and it also gives you attack speed, and it makes you a tank buster kind of, because it scales off the target's life, right? So if I manage to chip down Zarya, it's gonna be kind of tough for them to keep up, right? It's just really good damage. By the way, I missed the Juno release, right? I didn't play Overwatch 2 when she came out. I still don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Her abilities don't quite, like, click in my brain yet. Definitely one of my least played heroes. She's fun. I can see why she gets so many skins and whatever. Or why she has, like, such a high player base. It obviously makes sense. It also seems like my teammate is slightly better, so winning that aspect of the matchmaking is, you know, a very big plus for this team. Yeah, I mean, we're spawn camping them. They don't really stand a chance. Well, not yet anyway. Let's remember that we're playing Stadium. So even though you might seem like you're completely steamrolling them, every 2 rounds, everyone scales like a lot, right? So next round, since we oh my god, I'm dying to a mini pop, huh? So next round, since everyone gets new powers. You might be in trouble, especially because, you know, they have a Zarya. She's really strong. But for now, we're good. We have a lot of money advantage over them as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we just get this game over with on 3-1. I mean 3-0. Right, so you get to make a decision over here. This is where the build really comes online, right? 1, with Stinger, you can kind of go for Many Master and just go all in on the weapon power, just make you skyrocket the amount of damage, especially with you allowing the crit, right? Or you can abuse the interactions with abilities and go for a blink boost. This is disgustingly good, especially with this one item. Like, obviously we're not full build, but now we're full build. Like, blink boosts with boosted rockets, that's all you need, and you're permanently flying. You're permanently proccing the abilities. It's really good. Like, really, really good. And we might as well grab this as well, because you're gonna constantly flying, so 15% more damage is always gonna, you know, have value. Then we'll grab some ability power because Stinger scales off ability power. Now, I don't know if I'm the only one, but that's kind of buggy like this recently. It is kind of weird. My team still wins it anyway. Seems like I'm not even needed. Look at the amount of damage we're doing to the Zarya. And this is just with one, realistically only one item for damage, right? I guess one easy problem that I can come up with for this build is that you gotta press a lot of buttons. It is not easy to micromanage everything. Our mage just killed me. Thanks, man. You can probably touch again. We have a Lucio, we're really fast. It's a really good beat. Gotta focus on killing this Mercy. You can see the amount of damage there. Oh, their mage is assassinating our backline. That's unlucky. So, see, this is exactly what I mentioned before. Everyone scales on round 3 and 5. Now they're suddenly really strong, even though we basically spawn capped them the entire last round. Like, their Mei has started getting like really good value with ults and balls. Just anything really. Reinhardt's a bit of a psychopath as well. And look at that damage. And we chase that Mercy to spawn. Surely there's like a lot of ways I could have killed that Mercy, right? But it's about being annoying. You want to be a mosquito just flying around annoying every single person in the enemy team. And it's not like these numbers are very impressive, right? But this is basically I have the most amount of damage, except Reinhardt, obviously.
Now's the time for our teams to work out their strategies.
So yeah, ideally you want to get this next, like Mark the Kitsune as well, because it gives you a flat amount of damage, scaling with AP as well. Because you're going kind of hybrid, right? These ability buffs or these items that proc on ability usage, they tend to also kind of give AP, so they kind of scale off themselves. So yeah, this is really good. Every time we're spamming around with our shift. Okay, disconnected again. Nice. Look at that. That's one kill. That's a crazy random ball. We did not capture point as well. Really, our main enemy is gonna be an Ashe, right? Or any sort of hit scan. Kind of counters this build because you're constantly up in the air, you're kind of an easy target. But she's going for a dynamite build, it's not like she's very scared with me. That Mei, however, Jesus Christ. her down because she used her whatever that thing is, like very carelessly. Oh, look at that damage. These people stand absolutely no chance. There's just a creature flying around, doing absolutely ridiculous amounts of damage, constantly in the air. This guy can barely get off spawn as well. And that is a clean, just instant victory game. I wish I could have stalled longer for us to get the crits and show how strong the crit power also is. But hey, I guess that's enough, right?